Alrighty, welcome back to another video. It is the start of the week and we do have a new costume summon portal with a new toon costume. Now I've not really talked so much about the toons costumes on my channel, partially because I didn't really know what to think about them. You do see a lot of defenses now these days that are running the full toon. I think it's just for flex. You will never actually see a full toon defense in war, just because of, we shall have a look at them and see how some of these toons are. But you'll never see full toon costumes on war defense. You see them a lot on raid defense, probably just for flexing, just to show that they have the highest power right now, team power right now, and that's about it pretty much. So I'm gonna go through some of the toons which I think are actually pretty significant, and maybe let's just talk a little bit about it. So the new one that just came out was the toon Magny, and basically the toon costumes are basically augmented and upgraded versions of the regular side of the card. So you can see now the toon Magny is actually an upgrade from the regular side. So deals 500 damage, 500% damage to the target. Caster and nearby allies get plus 56% defense for 4 turns and deals extra damage against fire, as opposed to the regular side, which only deals 420% damage and then a bit more higher defense buff for the nearby allies. So it's more on the offensive side, in a sense that they deal a bit more damage and deals extra damage against fire. And with the costume bonus of 35% attack bonus, 35% defense bonus, 60% health bonus, and 5% mana bonus, you can see that their attack stat is actually pretty relevant in the current meta, where it is actually pretty close to the ones that are having the highest attack stats in the game right now. And therefore that 500% damage, if you're hitting a fire hero as well, is going to deal quite a lot of damage. And so Magny then, the problem I see with this is that you don't really use toon, the regular side anymore. I mean, once the costumes come out, it's pretty obvious that the costumes were made in a way that it will be a lot better than the regular side. To give you an example, like for Magny, I think when this druid costume came out, everybody was using it just because the target and nearby enemies getting negative 34% defense was way better than you giving a defense buff to yourself. And then they sort of made it a little bit better by having the double costume Magny, where it was now hit 3 instead of hitting 1. It was now hit 3 and getting negative 64% defense against special skills for 4 turns, which made him sort of like really more potent to combine together with other hit 3s or hit alls that you have in your roster. Now the toon Magny that came out, then it begs the question, are you actually going to use the toon just because of this passive, where as a toon you get 75% extra chance to resist all status ailments, mana reductions, and buff dispels? And I do believe this 75% extra chance actually stacks together with the other chances you get to kind of resist status ailments if you're a monk, resist mana reductions if you're a cleric, and resist buff dispels. This is a new thing that can be pretty annoying if for example, he's giving defense up for allies. There is a chance that he will resist the dispel when you are trying to dispel from Magny himself. So I mean, if you're looking at this, I think even with the costume bonus, I still feel like Magny himself, this double costume Magny actually will be really much stronger as opposed to using the toon version. However, there are cases where you could use the toon costume instead. When you pair this together with a legendary troop and you're trying to take out, say for example, an annoying target on the opponent's defense, for example, one of the ways that I can see you using Toon Magny instead of the double costume Magny is when you require yourself to take out, say, a potential target. For example, there is a Luna on flank and you really want to kill that Luna, you can use Magny combined with another sniper to sort of get rid of Luna, especially when that Luna is going the defense route in emblems and has a legendary troop that gives Luna so much more HP. That's where this kind of Toon Magny with this huge snipe actually does a lot more damage. And you can see it's the same thing that applies to the other Toon heroes as well. So let's look at one very good example. Where is it? Okay, so Costume Leonitis. The Toon Leonitis deals 565% damage to the target, cuts the mana by 35%, heals the caster for 65% of the damage dealt, and deals extra damage against Dark. If you are using Leonitis against, say, for example, Luna again, I'm pretty sure one snipe from Leonitis can actually take out Luna. However, if you look at the other versions of it, like the Costume Leonitis that you're using, it's a hit tree that deals defense down against Holy. So it's an elemental defense down. And if you're using the double costume, it's damage to all enemies, reduction of mana for all enemies, and then a normal defense down as well. So I think the Toon really just depends on how your game style is, how your play style is. If you're using the Toons on offense, and I'm talking solely on offense because I still don't see this being really good on defense. There are not that many Toon heroes that will be really good on defense. There's going to be one I'm going to talk about soon, but just going back to Leonitis himself, I still think that it is better to use the double costume Leonitis and the costume Leonitis as opposed to using the Toon version. Now, obviously, again, it matters with your playstyle as well. If you're sniper heavy, if you're favoring snipers, and you need to snipe off a target that is really on your priority list to get off the defense, then yeah, Leonitis will be really, really good in this case. Using the Toon version, So one of the things that I've seen a lot of players use is actually Vivica. The Toon Vivica can actually serve as a really strong rush tank. The ability to resist status ailments, mana reductions, buff dispels means she will, resist long enough. 2,000, and by the way, with the legendary troop, it's about 4,000 health. You are able to resist it long enough for you to start healing your allies, giving defense up, and then cleansing status ailments from all the other allies as well. So this is one of the examples that you can use the Toon on defense, and it will actually be more beneficial as opposed to using something like this version of Vivicar, or in some cases maybe even this version. Notably with the fighter class, especially with this superior revive, it actually makes it even more annoying to deal with as well. So it's a toss-up between using the Toon Vivicar or the fighter class Vivica costume. Especially this one boosts health instead of just regular health heal. The ones that I want to talk about are actually the 4 stars and the 3 stars. I feel like the 4 star and 3 stars stand to gain a lot more with the new Toon costumes. One good example I would say are, for example, Cademan. Cademan now becomes such a beast. Just from the costume bonus alone, 1,850 HP, that keeps him alive for quite a while. To give you an example, I'm right now using the costume bonus. I got the Toon early on. I just did some random pulls in the moment the portal came out. And look at this. It's not double limit broken. I don't have the Aethers to do it. But 1,661 HP for a 4-star raid tournament, I think that's pretty good. Now, obviously, there's going to be it's going to again be a toss-up between using this side of Cademan or the Toon side of Cademan, because if you look at the Toon side of Cademan, deals 350% damage to the target, deals extra damage against ice, and then dispels buffs from all enemies. It's maybe potentially better than a hit tree at this point of time, because the snipe can actually be pretty significant. So yeah, and with this druid class as well, I believe they just nerfed it. So usually it was the superior companion was supposed to be 40% chance to come out with a big fat minion, but I think they reduced the chance and they reduced the HP of the minions as well. For whatever reason, they did not change the fighter. They did not nerf the fighter class. But yeah, well, I mean, sure. I mean, the 4 stars stand to gain. I still believe the 4 stars tend to gain a lot of traction from um, having this toon costumes bonus into their kit as well. I mean, costume Landor. Look, nobody's going to use Landor these days, but in raid tournaments, I mean, you have a potential support that can heal quite a bit of health, gives everyone defense up, and dispels buff from all enemies. I'll take it. I mean, it's far better than the regular version. I mean, the regular version only heals and dispels, so you don't get the defense up. And now with this toon version, you get the defense up, and you actually have this toon passive as well. I think, yeah, 4 stars tend to gain a lot. And one of the 4 stars that I actually enjoyed using the toons was one that was released a bit earlier, I feel, which I immediately leveled the moment I got it. Let me just show where it was. Oh, by the way, once they come up with Toon Colon, everybody will have this costume bonus, the triple costume bonus for double costume colon. The scores are going to go through the roof with challenge events. I think Grim, this one seems to be a bit interesting. I don't have it yet, but I'll definitely level it. And then you, it's so funny, you can have like this Grim to deal defense down. And then you have one that that increases special skill damage, and then you have one that gives plus 50% attack, and then you can just pair it with like some other dude who's like in the middle of all of this, and he just hits really hard. The one that I want to talk about is actually Bolt Tusk, if I can find Bolt Tusk. Heals significantly more health than the regular side, and all allies get plus 40% attack for 4 turns. I think this is one of the nicer toon versions, especially with the fighter class. You're able to just like, if he dies, there's a chance he just revives and then heals your team again. So this is one of the heroes that I would say are really prominent in raid tournaments, especially when it's not the Bloody Battle raid tournament format. I think Bolt Tusk can be really, really strong. I mean, with that, I don't even feel the need to use like this costume or even this costume as well. I mean, this costume is pathetic. 288 boosted health over 4 turns. That's 70 boost health over each turn, which I think it's literally nothing. Yeah, but that invites, a bit more resilience to your healers as well, which is really, really fun. In terms of 3 stars, I don't think there's anything much that you can talk about. I don't think there is one yet with the double costume bonus, triple costume bonus, I mean. Like, this one doesn't have, let me see if I can find one that has, I don't recall them having a triple costume bonus. Not that I can recall. No, I don't think so. It's all double costume bonus, not really triple. It would be fun to see how Kirill looks like as a toon. That'd be really fun. I enjoy using Kirill and Regard as well. Yeah, I don't think there was a 3-star, but I mean, right now everybody is so fixated on just getting the 5-star toons. They aren't that significant. Like I've seen Oberkhan being used quite a fair bit, but I think the best version of him is still the fighter version of the double costume Oberkhan, which is really, really strong still. And I'm just surprised people are actually using the toon version on defense. Maybe it's an unpopular opinion, who knows. Now, obviously, remember that these toons all have this stupid, really strong 75% extra chance to resist all the crap that is being thrown at them. And I believe that's why people are using the toon version. I can see toon Elkanen actually. It's one of those that I would actually prefer over the double costume version just because of how hard he actually hits. And yeah, with the amount of ice heroes that are on defenses as well, Timaeus, Fizz Coil, Chang'e, Elkanen can actually be pretty awesome with that. So I guess, I mean, the toons, are they worth chasing? If you ask me, I'm still not convinced. But I would like to have the costumes just because of how funny they look. Some people really don't like the art, but I think it would be funny to have just one or two, sitting on your defense saying hi to people, and they look really funny and comical. So we do have just two more pools. Just finished the event, and I thought, you know what, let me just talk a little bit about the tunes. And yeah, maybe just do these two pulls and see what we can get. I am still on the no span hype train that I've built up for myself. So let's see what we can get. I actually just want a 4-star just to complete the Path of Giants complete the Path of Giants mission. If I don't get it, well, sucks to be me then. Come on, give me a 4-star. No. Oh, but this is one of the tunes. Oh, okay. So we got a tune for this guy. So anyways, that's it for my video. Good luck if you're aiming to get Magny. I think people would definitely enjoy the costume bonus that will come with Magny. And Vivica is featured as well, so really strong to get Vivica as well. I don't think there's nothing much that I can really go through with the costumes, and what actually I'm looking forward to is when they have finally populated all the costumes that are all the toon costumes that are going to be coming out for all the season 1 heroes. I wonder what's the next step, because if you're coming out with a quadruple costume, I think I don't know what other designs they can come up with. I mean, dude, this looks nice. Okay, don't get me like for example, Brienne looks really nice here. Brienne looks pretty awesome here. And then you get this. And it looks damn weird. But, that's just me. Alright. Good luck with your pulls. Congrats if you got any one of them. And I'll catch you guys on the next video. GG.